But of course, our most notorious interview was the Damned from England. At this time, I'm working, I'm doing all sorts of stuff. And this particular day, the Damned came to Boston unannounced. I didn't even know who they were before they came here. And midweek, there was somebody else scheduled to play the Rat. But then, by the end of the week, they were being announced that the Damned were going to play. Sort of knew about them, hadn't heard too much about them. Oedipus played their song, I heard them on the radio. And so there they were. Linda says, we got to interview. We got to go down there and interview them. I said, well, we don't know. But so I think I got the album that day or a couple of days. Everything was a rush. But I did know the material. I remember that. Somehow I must have got the album beforehand. So that day of the interview, I went to a wedding. I had a run from the wedding to this downstairs at the Rat. So I had, not only I am genetically nerdy anyways, but I'm nerdy and I have a suit on to interview the Damned. Not good. So we go down, the Damned play. The Damned are outrageous on stage. They're doing their whole crazy routine, and the Boston audience there wasn't a lot of people there, are very blah. Just sitting there, clapping a little bit, but they're not getting the response. So their second set, they come out and they said, okay, you people, you want to sit and look at us? Well, we're going to sit and look at you. They had bought a pizza, and they sat down on stage and ate a pizza, which we have a picture of this in the Groupie News. Then they walked up to a guy, put the pizza over his head, and the cheese was dripping down over his head. And the guy didn't move, and they didn't cheese him, but it was close. So anyways, they do the gig. Now we're going to interview him in the dressing room in the Rat, which in those days they changed it, but it was at the end of the stairwell. But these guys were flying off the wall. In the room was Captain Sensible, David Vanian, Brian James, I can barely remember him, and the drummer, Rat Scabies, along with Jake Riviera, who was the manager. So this interview is so crazy, basically you're going to have to read it, but the things they did, they were taking Linda's blouse down, whatever the thing, and hitting her boobs, go, are these real, or do you blow these up, mate? And I'm asking them questions, they're right in my face, they're spitting in my tape recorder, and because I am their perfect foil. They've come to America, they think America's boy, and they meet me, genetically nerdy me, with the suit jacket on, and they were just coming at me. Well, it made for a great interview. It was really insane. David Vanian had crawling up to a ledge. There was a ledge which is about 5 feet high, and then about, say, 2 or 3 feet before the ceiling, he climbed up in the ledge like a bat, and just stayed there during the whole interview, peering at us. The rest of the guys were in my face, just saying incredible things, which again you have to read on your own. But at the end, Jake Riviera got up in a chair. He said, well, this interview, I said, I think I got to go now, or whatever, we're going to interview. He says, no, I don't think you should end the interview now. Matter of fact, he has a chair there. He stands up in the chair. He says, I'm going to piss on you. And he gets in the chair, he takes his zipper down, and I walked out. At that point, leaving Linda behind, which I felt bad about.